Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am making a very important video, that is the most important reference books for 10th grade. So I'm sure that if you watch this video till the end, you will have a very clear idea about how these reference books are going to help you get the best marks in your board exams. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe, like and share it with your friends and loved ones. Now let's get right on with today's video. So the first book on my list is R.D. Sharma. I have stressed on the point of using R.D. Sharma many times before because I feel that this book is really important when it comes to solving tricky questions from the board point of view. And actually it contains many of the solutions solved in detail, so you can understand all the problems that are given here. So the main things that I actually love about using R.D. Sharma is that there are so many solved examples for you to learn the tips and tricks to master these questions, and also there are many tricky questions that you can practice on your own, but their solutions are given in detail. There are so many questions to practice, and I like how they divide it into two levels, level 1 and level 2. So maybe you can just study NCERT and do the level 1 of the chapters, and then after you master the topic you can move on to the slightly harder examples from level 2. And I love that they have given all the theory part in detail, even of the smaller really small concepts. Everything is given nicely in detail, so it's really good for a quick theory reading of a particular chapter as well. So that's why I really like R.D. Sharma. And also there are some MCQ tests from the MCQ point of view in the boards. Now there are many objectives, so a lot of practice is required when it comes to the 1-mark questions and MCQs. So I think that the objective section of the R.D. Sharma covers that very nicely. Now coming on to science, I always use these physics, chem and bio S-chans. Now many of you guys told me that there is so much theory in these S-chan books, but I feel that in NCERT there is not a lot of theory point of view, like the chapters are really short. So if I read these books, then writing answers becomes very easy, and some of the concepts are very nicely explained, and there are some easy to draw diagrams. Sometimes the NCERT books have really hard diagrams, and that's why I feel that S-Chand bio helped me a lot. Also there are so many objectives, short answer type questions, and a lot of MCQs to practice from this book. And literally there are about 100 questions after every topic, so after you solve the entire thing, you should know that you are 100% thorough with the lesson. And everything is given in detail, so if you haven't understood a particular concept, then if you just read this, then that is enough. And they have highlighted some good definitions that NCERT books sometimes don't have. Like, I know that the NCERT definitions have first priority, but sometimes the definitions are not given properly, and that's when I feel that the S-Chan definitions actually help. And coming to the physics S-Chand, I feel that there are so many numericals to practice. Actually the NCERT has really less numericals, and this book is just really great. Although the answers are not solved in detail, I feel that they can quickly be found online, so there is like no need to worry about the answers. In physics there are many like higher order thinking skills or HOTS in at the end of a particular concept, and after you feel that you're thorough with the concept, then you can go for the higher order thinking sums, and after you solve that, you can kind of say that you have mastered the lesson. Then there are the formulae and everything is given so nicely, along with so many circuit diagrams that are drawn in a much simpler way. Like, I feel that in magnetism and all, the NCERT diagrams look like they are so complicated, but actually they don't need to be drawn in the same way at all. So the S-Chand really has the diagrams in a very simpler format. Then coming to the chemistry S-Chand, I feel that this book has also helped me a lot when it comes to reactions, because in NCERT there aren't many reactions, but this book has so many reactions that actually have helped me. And along with the reactions, the color of the reactant and products are mentioned everywhere, so that is so nice for like 1 mark questions, where sometimes they ask the color of the reactant or product. So yeah, that's where I feel that it's really great. And sometimes the periodic table MCQs are hard to solve, so there are a ton of questions over here that you can just quickly practice, and there are also many higher order thinking skills or HOTS questions, just like the other 2 books did. And I feel that all of the 3 books are really, really great if you are looking for an entire, sort of a package from the basics of the lesson right to solving the most difficult questions. I feel that you should definitely give S-Chand a shot. Now coming to the SST books, I feel that Together With was the best reference book that I think that I have used in my entire 10th grade. Actually, I got a few books for SST from my seniors, so this might not be the very latest edition, but trust me, it has helped me so much. So actually, each lesson comes with like a short summary to start the lesson with. Like, all the important definitions are already there inside the book, and then I love that there are so many MCQs. Like, many of the SST books don't have those many MCQs, and I hate that many books just have the answer given right below the question, so you actually tend to look at the answer, like, when you're reading, and during that you just look at the answer, and then there's no use of solving the question. But here I feel that it's so nice, the answers are given at the end, and there are many 3 marks and 5 mark questions to practice, along with a lot of map work for each concept. And I love that there are detailed answers of each and every question, and they are actually nicely written point wise, so it's so nice. Like, if you don't get a question, you can just learn the answer from the answer section, and then you can just write it really nicely in your board papers. And there are many other questions, like match the following and stuff, that actually come for like the 4 mark or the passage questions. Sometimes there are MCQs, or even in 1 mark questions there are a few MCQs, or even in 1 mark questions there are a few match the following questions. So that's when I think it really helps. And after each lesson there's a formative assessment where you can just check how much you know about the topic after you are done. And I feel that this book is so awesome, and I feel that it's a little bit underrated. And if you want an entire revision of the SST books, then like all of the 4 books, like history, civics, geo and eco, then this is just going to be amazing for you. And the book actually comes in 2 parts. It's the term 1 and term 2, and I feel that both of the parts are really great. Now coming on to English, I did not buy any like detailed theory reference books, because I think that for me I did not really require that, because reading the textbooks was really more than enough for me to write the papers and all of my answers nicely. But for a board point of view, I actually got this OSWAL sample question papers, and they have both language and literature. And I feel that these sample question papers were really good, and they had like 5 solved and 5 self-assessment papers, and the self-assessment papers actually had hints, and all of the papers came with a topper's answer sheet, which I think is really good. Like when you don't know how to present a particular answer, then you can just look at the topper's answer and see how somebody else presented a question, like from their point of view. And I feel that this is really nice. It has the latest paper pattern, and I feel that for me the hardest part of the English paper was the unseen paragraph, because some of the questions were really tricky, and after I solved this I really gained confidence in solving those unseen paragraphs. Now coming to the general like sample papers, I got this OSWAL 10 last year's solved sample paper. This book I don't actually have the latest edition. I got this from a senior, and it has so many different papers. Now many of you guys told me that you don't really find last year's papers really useful, but I feel that they have so many different types of questions that even if the paper pattern did not the paper pattern changed through the years, but the variety of questions did not actually change. So once you solve these sample papers, you actually have an idea of what kind of questions are going to be asked in the exam, and I feel that these papers were so nice. And apart from these sample papers, I actually downloaded a few sample papers from the CBSE website, which I think they release like 2-3 months prior to the board exam, and that is according to the latest CBSE pattern. So like don't forget to solve those sample papers, because they are according to the latest edition, and I feel that they have some tricky questions in them, and it's really good to solve them. So yeah, that is all for this week's video, guys. I hope that you found all these tips really useful, and I hope that this will help you buy the reference books that you want. Again, I want to say that I'm not saying that these are the only books that you need to buy. This is what worked for me. So I gave all the highlights of the books, and if you want that, then you can buy these books.